Hi guys, Dr. Wendy Dearborn here from the Laws of Attraction in Action.com and of course right here on Facebook. Well guys, do you know your end game? Do you? Do you know your end game? And what I mean by that is, do you know the end result of what you want for all that you are doing? So again, do you know the end result for all that you are doing? You see guys, if you have no end game in sight, where you sort of say game over, moving on to the next thing, if you don't have an end game in sight, guys, you are just gonna be swimming downstream any which way. Actually, it's hot here in Las Vegas, yo. You're gonna be swimming downstream, just swimming down, just whichever way the current takes you. Sometimes that's okay. Sometimes it's okay just to be in that type of flow. But more than that, I figure if you are here to live your fullest life, if you are here to live your fullest potential, and this is what I believe. Now, what you believe might be something different, but I believe that we are all here to live our fullest potential. And in order to do that, we need a game plan. So what sort of ending are you looking for your current situation and other projects that you've got, other things that you are wanting for yourself? What is the end game? What are you wanting to happen in the end? You see, guys, knowing what you want, knowing what you want to happen, knowing the end that you want, like they all lived happily ever after and everybody is, you go into the sunset. Knowing what you want will assist and support you in making the choices, the right choices, so that you can maneuver and do what you need to do. So again, if you don't know what your end game is, if you don't really know how you want everything to wind up, if you don't know how you want it to finish, if you don't know what you want, then it's going to be so difficult for you to maneuver through life. A lot of times we encounter and I've said this several times on Facebook Live, but a lot of times we encounter people who are who love us. They love us, they're loving, they love us. And then you have people who kind of don't really care too much, but they say they care. And then you have people who feel that they can advise us, and we have all these people in our life, and it's all good, it's all to the highest good. But you see, it's really important that you hear what they say, but you listen to your own counsel. You're the one who knows what you want for your end game. And guys, if you don't know what you want for your end game, it's vitally important that you start thinking about it. As I said at the beginning of this talk, if you don't know, you are just going to be swept up in the current of time. I believe everybody is here for their highest potential and to reach their highest potential, or to fulfill their purpose. And to do that, you need to know what you want. Now, I'm not going to sit here, guys, and say to you that it's easy knowing what you want. I would never do that. I'm not going to sit here and say that it's easy. With everything that we have coming at us, life, relationships, family, friends, government, world issues, politics, blah, 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 the church, everything that we have coming to us influences us, or we can allow it to influence our choice-making process. So that's why I say I'm not going to sit here and say that it's easy, but what is doable is knowing what your, hey Jamila, what is easy is knowing what your end game is. If you don't know what the end game is, if you don't know what you want to happen in the end of this story, and when I say this story, I'm not talking about your life, although that's important too, but I'm talking about whatever given situation or situations that you have created in your life or you're going to create in your life. If you don't know what the end game is, guys, how are you going to get there? how are you going to get there? How? You see, you have to have some idea, and the idea, it's preferable if the idea is not vague. Hey, Pumpkin, how you doing? That's my niece, Day. It's preferable that the idea isn't vague. Because you see, the ideas that you have, if they're vague, this is how your life will manifest. And you know how you know that you know what you want? Because when you get what you thought you want, you realize it wasn't something that you wanted. Hopefully that made sense. So again, where you know what you know. Hey, Pumpkin. Hey, Jen. You know what you want. Okay, guys, bottom line, you know what you want. Because when you get what you thought you want and realize you didn't want it, that tells you that you know what you want. And for whatever reason, I seem to be on this kick recently that you really, 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 you have to explore this. You see, guys, it's your life. It's your choice. Your choices create where you are now. Every choice that you made today has culminated to this point where we are. And I just want to say this, guys. Your faith is dependent upon your belief. A lot of people think that your belief is dependent upon your faith. Your faith is dependent upon your belief. Your belief is dependent upon your clarity. Clarity is dependent upon you doing the work to find out what it is that you want for self. Find out what it is that you want for self. And that's having a conversation with self, about self, for self. What do you want for you? So again, guys, do you know what your end game is? Do you really know? Take any situation in your life that's ongoing. What is the end? What's the end result? What do you want to happen in the end? And as I said, if you want happy ever after, then you start the work. What does that look like? What does that look like? What does happy ever after look like to you? What does it feel like? What does it sound like? What does it taste like? What does it smell like? Guys, if you cannot engage your senses, you will not be able to marry yourself to your imagination, which builds the belief which your faith will assist and support you with. So guys, it's time. It's time to do the work. And it's hard work. As I said before, some of you had actually joined. It's not easy. I'm not going to sit here and say that it's easy. It's hot here in Las Vegas. I'm not going to sit here and say that it's easy, but I am going to say to you that I know that you can do it. I know that you can do it. And I know you can do it because everybody intrinsically is trying to find and to get to their highest potential and or their purpose, if that word suits better. So guys, until next time, I'm Dr. Wendy Dearborn. Join me tomorrow. Tomorrow at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Blog Talk Radio. The link's out there on Facebook, or it should be. I can't remember what time I scheduled it to go up, but it's out there. And I'm talking about, should I stay or should I go? How to find answers. How to find the answers that you want. And it's so, guys, your life is built one choice at a time. And these choices are the answers to the questions that you have. These choices are the outpicturings of the thoughts that you have about you and what you want for your life. So, do you know what your end game is? Guys, think about it. It's your life. It's your choice. Guys, until tomorrow, hopefully you can join me at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Blog Talk Radio, My Life, My Choice. If not, until next time, guys, peace. I'm Dr. Wendy Dearborn. Peace. Bye. Bye, Dee Dee.